Zik, who called himself an Igbo man or claimed to be an Igbo man, Igbo man or claimed to be an Igbo man, really indeed work against Biafra. Now look at this. That's Biafra. We should ask ourselves, what generate Biafra? What generate Biafra? Biafra was generated because of the 15th January 1966 revolution, which was carried out by Ojukwu and his 15th January boys, which British and the North term to be Igbo man coup, and the North to take it up to carry out genocide, giving excuse that Zik wasn't killed, Emma Ekpara wasn't killed, Dennis Osadebe wasn't killed, Zik, current Anambra State indigene, Emma Ekpara, current Abia State indigene, Chief Dennis Osadebe, current Delta State indigene, or tomorrow maybe Anyama State tomorrow. Because of it, they go ahead. And Azikiwe saw the whole genocide went against Biafrans after the death, before and after the death of Hiroshi. Zik did not condemn it. Just playing like Obi is playing now. Zik did not condemn it. As he called himself, Zik of Africa, Zik of Nigeria, father of the nation, he did not condemn it. The thing lingered until the Aburi Accords, until Biafra was declared. Do you know that Zik was a signatory to the declaration of Biafra? Zik was a signatory to the declaration of Biafra. The Zik still turned around against Biafra. And remember, there's what we call family enmity. Family enmity is one of the things that pushed Zik to go against Biafra, because Ojukwu came from Nnewi. Sir Louis Ojukwu, the father of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu, the father of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, Ojukwu father, supposed to be premier of Eastern region. Overnight, Zik manipulated it and removed it out of his hand. And they said they should give it to Emma Ekpara. Because Zik feel he cannot control Odumegwu Ojukwu, Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu. He went and told the white men, look at it, oh, this one is a bastard billionaire. He have already has influence because of money. Even you people, he influence you because of money. Now you are trying to make him again Eastern region premier. How do you think that he can have a leg or mouth to say in Eastern region with authority, power based upon him as premier of Eastern region? And the money, the power of money he has already, you cannot do anything. Therefore, and moreover, he's an illiterate. He's an illiterate, he cannot write. This is one of the things that make Ojukwu, his father, to train him, and make his father to train him in the best, one of the best universities in the world. He said he's an illiterate, but he has power, you cannot control him. Fortunately or unfortunately, when Emma Ekpara was enthroned as premier of Eastern region, Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu was surprised and went to white men because he has leg and asked them why. They said it's not our fault, oh. It's your brother Zik. He said we should not give you. You are power arrogant already, and you are illiterate. Zik, Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu came back to Zik and asked him, what do you mean this type of thing? Zik said, because you are not learned. I like person to be learned. Who is a learned man to take over? Shake your head and say, Zik, if I am not able to rule you because I am an illiterate, my son will rule you over you. Zik said, in his life, your son will rule me. He said, let us bet. Two of them bet. Odumegwu tell him, Sir Louis Odumegwu tell him that my son will rule you. This is why when Biafra issue came up, Zik sit back. After signing for declaration of Biafra, he sit back and said no, which means the word of Sir Louis Ojukwu will come to reality. If I allow Biafra to be, and Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu will be the leader, I will be under him, which is really the man, his son have ruled me. That's where Zik rise up and say no. And including the secret agreement he has with Ahmadu Bello. I don't know the type of oath they swear. Whether Ahmadu Bello have already piped him through anus, I don't know. He went ahead, started working against Biafra. When Nsukka fell, Zik refused to come out from Nsukka. Ojukwu had to use force to pull him out of Nsukka, not knowing that he has agenda. Now, they went to Gabon meeting. After the Gabon meeting, Umongo and Ojukwu went to inner meeting as two heads of state. Zik say he went there and left him behind. You should be carried along when you are not a head of state of Biafra. And that meeting is only for two people. Although Zik, that's the only effort Zik made. When the war started, he used phone. I will not tell you lie. I will tell you the truth. He used phone, contact Gabon, contact Ivory Coast, contact Zambia, contact Tanzania to give Biafra recognition, which they did. Haiti was Biafran people working out by themselves. But at the long run, he still go against these people, trying to persuade them again to abandon Biafra. They tell him, say no. When they went to that Gabon meeting, Zik said he was left behind as an ordinary person. That's why he excuse he give to big offense. But he have an interior motive of iniquity against Sir Louis Ojukwu family and against Biafra. Pride, arrogant. Zik continue and return back to Enugu. Zik did not run away. Return back to only heaven, Enugu. That's where he was staying. Only heaven, Enugu. He returned back to there. And they have a radio communication. Has a radio communication with Gowon, telling Gowon how the war should be run, telling Gowon what to do and not what to do. When British came, because British want to supply weapon to Nigeria officially and be supplying weapon to Biafra secretly, British Zik came out and shout, look at all, two brothers are fighting, killing themselves, and their mother, Queen of England, giving two of them weapons to be killing themselves. Is it a good mother? He accused England, accused Britain. Then they have to withdraw giving weapon to Biafra and be given to Nigeria. Zik was satisfied. Zik was all right. When Italy came to give us weapon, Zik went and blocked it. Tell them no way. France that came out, Zik published it in paper and everything that France is supporting a rebel in Nigeria, supporting rebels against Nigeria. Zik said it. Zik was totally against Biafra. Even if it's possible, Zik wanted to stop relief from coming to Biafra. Zik did all these things against Biafra. Zeke, when the war entered fully, I think in 1969, toward the end of 1969, Zeke went to London. By that time, Enugu had fallen. Nigerian army or Nigerian government operating Enugu airport fully as base, military air force base to be bombing Biafra. And Zeke was going up and down from that Enugu airport, traveling out and in. Now, around 1969, towards either middle or toward the end of 1969, yes, toward the end of 1969, Zeke left Enugu and came to Lagos to hold meeting with Gowon, with his son Ojukwu. 2:00, 2 p.m. Ghana time, Ghana radio announced it that the big dude, one of the big dudes from Biafrans, have become and joined Nigeria. He shake hands with Gowon, press people carry him, carry everything. He went and drink tea. Gowon office, they are drinking tea with his son. The next following day, Nigerian government, with the help of British, print that picture in billions and use plane to drop it all over Biafran front lines. And they wrote in that picture, see your master, see your father, whom you are fighting for. They have returned to Nigeria, drinking tea with Gowon. Why are you fighting, killing yourself? Why can't you drop the gun? They use it to demoralize Biafran soldiers in front line. From there, Zeke went to London and go and tell Britain they should do everything to bring Biafra down. He went to London in BBC. Go to Aka, you see it. He called all the old Igbos, all the old Biafran to do what? To abandon Ojukwu. That Ojukwu is deceiving them. Zeke did it. And that picture is one of the things that demoralized the Biafran soldiers that made the war to come to an end in 1970. That's number one. Zeke went to Liberia. When the whole African OAU said this war is too much, we bring it to an end. Zeke went to Liberia. They asked Zeke, what do you say about your people? They have tried, they have fought. Zeke said, over his dead body that Biafra will be. If any thought of Biafra will be, it will be after his death, not when he's alive. His father told him not to divide Nigeria. Zeke told him that his father told him not to divide Nigeria. Which is father? Who is the name of his father? That's one. I'm coming on that area. But these 5 nations, Zambia, Tanzania, Gabon, Ivory Coast, even Haiti. When Papa Doc was the president of Haiti, they called Zeke. Do you want your people to finish? Sign for them to go. Zeke said no. Even United Nations, pretend themselves. Say, Zeke, we are waiting for a signature. Sign for people to go. Zeke told everybody no. Unless after his death, that Biafra will go. That his father told him not to divide Nigeria. Zeke did so. It was in Liberia that they give Zeke of Africa, because he said no, Biafra should not go. What he wants is one Nigeria. He fought for one Nigeria. It will not be allowed one Nigeria break. They give him Zeke of Africa. Why? Because Nigerian government promised him to give him president. Mumu, and they promised Awolowo to give Awolowo president, to turn against agreement between him and Ojukwu. Both of them, who are the president of Nigeria before they died. Both of them.
Azikiwe, was he not a president?
Azikiwe wasn't the president, it was only governor general. And that governor general, army wasn't under his control. Air Force not under his control. Police not under his control. Navy, not under his control. Immigration, not under his control. All of them were under the control of Tafawa Balewa. Zik only go to meeting and return and present the meeting to Tafawa Balewa. If Tafawa Balewa endorses it, it will be carried out. If Tafawa Balewa cancels it, that's the end of it. Then who is the president? Who is the leader? Is prime minister supposed to go meeting and bring it to president to endorse? It was that place they give him Zik of Africa. Now listen, from Zik of Africa to Zik of Nigeria, from Zik of Nigeria to Owole of Onitsha, not to Owole of Anambra, not the Owole of Igbo land, Owole of Onitsha. From Owole of Onitsha, so to Ezofala, king of masquerade. That's what it means. Ezofala, king of masquerade. See how we fall, and become king of masquerade, and die as a masquerade, and enter grave as a masquerade, and to suffer in hellfire as a masquerade. A betrayer. He betrayed Ahmadu Bello. He betrayed Awolowo. He betrayed Ojukwu. He betrayed Biafra. Criminal, political criminal. This is why Omar Diko not Omar Diko, Okadibo, call him political harlot. Omar Diko, Chibo Okadibo, when he was a lecturer in Nsukka University, during the time of NPN, Second Republic, Chibo Okadibo called him that Zik is a political harlot, and he is more than political harlot. Jezebel is better than him. This is Zik. This is Zik. Even that made it after the war. Nigerian government, General Yakubu Gowon, give Zik escort because of the fear of what he did to Biafrans. Zik, he gives Zik escort. Escort was carrying Zik up and down. Escort was carrying Zik up and down. To the extent Zik himself becomes frustrated and asks Gowon, remove this escort. I'm not a prisoner. How am I moving like a prisoner? When you have discovered that the Igbo, the Biafrans are after food to eat, because for more than 3 years they suffer in hunger. That they were after for food to eat. They're not after him at all. They're not after him at all. They say, go on, please release me. I'm not a prisoner. Go on, withdraw the escort. He assigned to him. Zik was there seeing Biafra children die in hunger. Zik was there looking what Moretala and his troop did to Onitsha town. Zik was there. He did not turn his heart to have sympathy upon his people. Instead, allowed them to die. Zik was there watching Ojukwu. Ojukwu used his father's money to sponsor the war. When the Zik have seen that the Ojukwu money have finished, he went and said, Igbo should abandon Ojukwu. Do you see it? The enmity between so-called the Southeast or Niger Delta was built by Zik. That enmity was built by Zik. And they will say he's an Igbo man. Zik is not an Igbo man. Zik is a man of Zungeru. There was a time when Zik said, Onitsha is his mother's place. Where is your father's place? In the Second Republic of Nigeria, Zik always come out and said, my father told me to hold Nigeria one, not to allow Nigeria to break. Then people like Ike Ombadiwe, Awolowo, Shagari, and others who know the history of the First Republic and everything, came out and challenged Zik openly. Who is the name of your father? Who is this your father? Can you tell us your father? That's how Zik closed that chapter. My father said, Zik closed it. Up to today, Zik did not reply them until Zik died. Is Zik an Igbo man? Why he cannot mention the name of his father? So those people that ask him, so that they will open his anus and tell the whole world where Zik came from.
You are saying he's not an Igbo man?
He's not an Igbo man. If you see that he's an Igbo man, he got to act like that. The same Zungeru, he claimed that he was born. The same Zungeru was Ojukwu born. Because Ojukwu is have Igbo man blood. See how he acted for Igbos. Zik, go to, what do people call it? NDL or whatever. NDA. Zik don't have Igbo blood. I challenge you. Any from you come and challenge me. Let them bring
And he
Zik.
has family in Igbo land.
Because they have settled there. The children are born there. They don't know any other place. But look at Awolowo, who is a Yoruba man. Omo Egba, who is called Yoruba man. See how we fought for Yorubas. Do you know that Lagos could not have been what it is today without Awolowo? Do you know that a man who followed in 15 January boys, the man who wrote 5 majors, one with strike, that time he was Major Ademoluga also. That man could have been killed. But because of influence of Awolowo, he wasn't killed. Because he was captured alive and jailed in Meduguri. Because of influence of Awolowo, nobody touched him. But the Igbos that follow participated in that coup, that were jailed in Benin, and Nigerian army marched to Benin and beat them from prison and slaughtered them. The one that were jailed in Abeokuta, Nigerian army went to Abeokuta, beat them and slaughtered them. But this one was jailed in the heart of Hausa, Fulani, Kanuris. But nobody touched him because of the influence of Awolowo. That man was released in 1973. He was released in 1973. Look at what Awolowo did. Awolowo make sure that God did not sound in Yoruba land. Awolowo defend Yorubas. Awolowo work in favor of Yorubas. Bring industries. How many industries did Zik bring in the whole southeast? The only industry you saw in that time was Emma Yokpara. Zik was after one Nigeria, speaking vocabulary that is not in dictionary. Even vocabulary that is not in Shakespeare's English. Because Shakespeare's English is one of the toughest archaic English, ancient English. But all the whole vocabulary Zik was speaking, none of them was in English dictionary or Shakespeare's English. When he speak finish, they will carry cloth to do like this. Zik is him, and end up with nothing, achieve nothing. To the extent, Ojukwu called Zik face to face. All you have done to Igbos, all you have done to Biafrans, wheat will cover your family, wheat will cover your compound. It happens so. Zik library that Abacha started, that library was covered with wheat. Everything grew with wheat.